CC Hay may look like any regular shopper, but all of this food will be personally packed and sent to clients in China at a handy profit.
I would like to do this to introduce more good product in Australia, more good brand in Australia to show in Chinese.
For example, all the food products you want to sell back to China now.
Like the oil, we are purchasing. We sell a lot to China right now.
But a lot of organic food.
Yeah, organic food is very famous in China.
Now she's into a whole range of Australian goods, but her business began sharing baby products with other mums in China.
At the beginning, we start with the baby formula because the baby formula is very famous in China, and everyone think Australian baby formula is the best.
A poisoning scare involving Chinese baby formula 10 years ago has driven demand for safe Australian baby formula in ever-increasing amounts.
Perth's experiencing a chronic shortage of infant formula.
Many consumers are angry that the supermarkets are...
But that's led to shelf clearing in some supermarkets and chemists because of the Chinese practice of shopping on behalf of other people, called Daigou.
But they're just doing the rounds. They're going through checkout and coming back all over again.
You can't take video of me. You don't have my permission, right?
Delrissa Marciano's just one mum who's found it harder to get what she needs for her son when Daigou are buying in bulk.
The guy that was there was just racking up so much formula. It was 6 cans of Bellamy's, 6 cans of A2 and 4 cans of Carry Care. I feel incredibly frustrated just because we have to go through this process when we shouldn't have. Like, formula should just be available at our local chemist, at our local supermarket.
If you turn to current affairs or some of the TV shows, everything you saw was negative, and it would seem to be an unfair characterisation in my mind.
Well, we've got around 70 products on the marketplace now. You know.
Matthew McDougall's a Mandarin-speaking Australian entrepreneur who wants to improve the image of these personal shoppers.
What is the obsession then with milk powder and baby formula?
Well, you've got to think, when a Daigou can make between $5 and $10 per tin profit, it's really understandable why Daigou get into this business.
He's now hoping his association can help regulate practices to keep all sides happy, because the money at stake for Australian business is phenomenal.
Oh, we're talking about $1 billion in cross-border trade. I'd be suggesting in the tens of thousands a week.
Welcome to a new shop designed just for Daigou. AU Make has burst onto the scene in Sydney. It's a one-stop shop specifically for Daigou to source, pack and send products to China instead of going to regular chemists or supermarkets.
This is our 8th store and we're going to 9 in the next month or 2.
Kyong Chan says meeting the demands of Daigou is key to ensuring Australians continue to get products they need at their local stores.
So what's been happening is that the suppliers, they never knew it was going to be like this. And really, you're talking about the Chinese market, you're talking about the population of Australia in one city, and how is it possible for an Australian supplier to be able to supply 100 Australians, if you want to think about in that context, because that's what we are talking about, and that's why you're finding demand and supply being out of whack.
Big Australian brands have taken notice.
A lot of our products have been carried in the suitcases literally out of the country for some time now. I think the more we understand it, the more we work with it, the more we can then ensure that we then can continue to supply all mums, including obviously our mums in China and our Daigou network. But of course, critically for us is maintaining our supply for Australian mums.
At this store opening are lots of women live streaming on their phones to clients back in China.
The Daigou network can have up to 10,000 or more followers.
Meet the influencers.
12,428.
12,500 people are following you at the moment.
Yes.
That's a lot of people.
No, it's not a lot of people. Maybe it's a lot. Yeah, because it's a Chinese. Time is morning.
Later today, it'll be more?
Yeah. Some people is sleeping. I called, wake up, look at me shoe.
With access to thousands of followers, the Daigou influencers are driving Chinese consumer demand well beyond baby products. Even small players are trying to get a foothold in China using these new networks. Melbourne mum Renee Moore founded her own brand of cosmetics. She says it's a big risk launching her products into an unknown market, but Daigou shoppers provide vital marketing data for her business.
So, you've got to know your feedback, your customer feedback, and know if the product's right to be positioned in that market before you start spending tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars.
The practice of personal shoppers buying Australian goods and sending them to China is not stopping anytime soon. And for some Chinese, money is not a problem.
They've been to New York, they've been to London, they've been to Japan, they've travelled the world. Money is not an issue for them. It's about quality, about getting something genuine that they can trust. They will pay whatever it takes to get that product because they can afford to.
But Australian mums still fear they may be missing out.
I just want Australian families to be given the opportunity to actually buy food for their children and not have to go through the stress of trying to find formula.